Hello and welcome to another SCR update video. I'm the Scottish Lord and today we're going to be covering the 1.8.2 update for Stepford County Railway. There's not much been added in this update apart from one new train and two updated trains, but we're going to cover them all right now, starting with the Class 717. So as we can see here, we have the Class 717 for Stepford Connect. Now, one thing to note about this is that this is a 6-car train, and that is massive. This is the first single unit 6-car train in the entire game. Any other 6-car is a double unit. For example, the Class 185, you have a double of that on Airlink. But right now, this is the longest single unit train, which is very exciting. It might pave the way for longer trains coming to SCR in the future. As we can see, it does have its initial drawback of being at 85 miles an hour. However, at the current moment, it is priced at 500 points, which is exceptionally cheap for a new release. I suspect that after a while, this may increase to maybe 750 or 1000 points, just after the release has passed its initial peak. Now as we pull into Bowden here, just for folk to remember, we're 6 cars. I know I keep saying that, we're 6 cars, which means we now need the S car stop as opposed to the 4 or the 3. Now, sometimes you'd have to pull up here if you were in a 5 car, but I'm just going to keep on stressing that this is 6 cars. It's amazing. Love it. The next thing to talk about here is the Class 185, which has received its mesh upgrade. Before, they looked sort of plain, they were alright, so let's have a look at them. So taking a look here, they seem a lot smoother compared to their previous counterparts. We have got, if we have a look on the inside, an upgraded interior, which looks a lot more sleek, utilises that lovely Stepford Connect flooring. I think that's what you call it, the carpet. There we go, that's the word. Have a look through. We've got these lovely glass doors, which they really do look the part. Very much realistic to actual Class 185s. And yeah, overall, it's a good, well quality made train. Have a look in the cab. Again, looks really particularly good. They've done a wonderful job reflecting the controls of an actual Class 185. Of course, this is only the Connect variant. We are going to have a look at the Airlink variant in a second so that we can assess the first class section of this model. So here we have the Airlink Class 185. As you can see, it is the same model as the Connect variant. It is just a reskin for Airlink. If we have a look in, we can see that we have the first class section, which has its 2x1 seating and the Airlink logo on top of the Airlink maquette. We go into standard class, it is the same as Connect, but instead we have got the Airlink maquette and Airlink orange. I've said Airlink far too many times in this one sentence. I really need to stop. Oh, and one other thing that you may have missed, and I missed before Jamie, who is an absolutely wonderful content creator who you should subscribe to, brought to my attention that Stepford Victoria to Edgemead is no longer free. They put a price on it, it's now 300 points. I am fuming and raging. This is terrible, can't believe this. Cancel SCR, terrible. No. In all seriousness though, like, it is inconvenient. I don't see why this was needed. It's not nice. But hey ho, that's just how it is. Got to deal with it. So that brings us on to our last item, which is the Class 707. Looking very similar to the Class 717 that just released, we can see that, as in the sneak peeks, the livery has now extended to the left and right sections of the front of the train. Looking at it in its real life scenario, we can have a look on the inside and, oh, hang on, this is starting to look a bit familiar, isn't it? Look at that. We've got that sort of yellow striped ramp going up to the driver's cab as we did in the 717. as well as that emergency egress handle that you can pull to emergency open the doors. And that little yellow thing in the right there, I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it's there. I mean, you look down the train, this is really starting to look quite familiar. I'm starting to think, have they done anything? I don't think they have. Apart from the front, which is evidently different to the Class 717, which has the middle section, which in real life would be an emergency exit door, we can just see that this is the same train. I can understand why they would do this, and I'm not going against Bandtech and all the folk who designed the trains when I say that it's the same thing. I understand why you would reuse assets. It's been done before. However, apart from the cab looking a little bit different, I must say I'm underwhelmed by this update. It said in the Discord, in the SCR Discord anyway, during one of the first sneak peeks, that we are working super hard to get you lots of new mesh trains soon. We've had 2 new meshes and 1 new train. And one of those new trains you just had to change the cab section of. Now I have no doubt that's work, like that's hard work, fair enough. But I would have happily waited a little longer if it meant getting a bit more content at once. I feel that the hype that this got on sneak peeks over the past week and a bit has been a bit more than it should have been. However, that's not me undermining the quality of what is here. I think that it really is an update of quality. You've got good assets, but we could have had a little more. However, that's just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you liked the video, give me a like. If you didn't like the video, well, I can't really see dislikes anymore, and neither can you, so do what you like. I'm not entirely fussed in that sort of instance. But if you really liked this content and you want to see more like it, then make sure to subscribe. But anyway, I've been the Scottish Lord, you've been a wonderful viewer. Goodbye.